I'm not a pastor. I'm not a preacher. I'm just an average American who looks around me and says, we are being lied to. Something is not right in River City. That's an old expression from way back. Burt Lancaster was in a movie involving River City. But what it really means is nothing is what it seems. And that's why we do a show dedicated to finding out really what's going on. Now, I just did a search for Naomi Wolf, and who's saying now that the media distorts her questions about ISIL. Interesting. So I'm going to track that information. Now I'm going to go into the Vaughn chat room and read chat from the past half hour. Okay, something came in with a hot mic. Okay, let's take a look at that. Yeah, lots of good things are being chatted about. You consider Ed for a White House janitor, right? Okay, well, there's no nearest Costco within his distance, Shrek. Someone answer me, are third parties considered independent? Yes. Yes, they are. We'll start with that question. Just register as an independent. The star of the series Seventh Heaven, he's on the phone saying he had little girls touch his, that's just so weird. The Seventh Heaven guy has got, according to Topper. Thank you for telling me. All right, I'm up to speed on that one. And luckily people are cutting and pasting multiple things, so that's good. Okay, and David Oopsie Smelly Bear says, hot mic, we're screwed. Major Garrett, open mic briefing, U.S. response to Ebola outbreak, October 3rd, 2014. Wow. Okay, that's a hot ticket right there. I just can't. Could everyone please stop chatting for just a second so I can grab this link? Thanks. It's so far up there. Thank you. Thanks, Smelly Bear. Okay, now you can start chatting again. I had to grab it. Okay, this is a news story that I should profile in my news section. Okay, I will get to it in just a second. Okay, we're not, you can chat now. We're not actually incarcerating anybody in our show. So when somebody says free somebody, we're trapped in the prison of our own mind. I'll put small businesses in the blimp planes to get them off the ground. That's not a bad idea. Kiosks in the blimp planes could be available. If you are like a guy who wants to open up a coffee store online and help people get coffee, you could travel in one of the blimp planes across the country, yeah, and just serve coffee, and that would be your venue. It'd be like renting space in a mall. I have had some of the best crab by the Maryland Crab House. I've eaten at the finest restaurants in the world, or at least in America. Mama Leone's Italian restaurant in New York. I've been to some of the best. I've actually walked into Spago's. I didn't eat there, but I walked into Spago's and talked to Wolfgang Puck directly to his face. And how many people can say that? I don't have a wig here, Storm. When you're president, can I be your personal driver? I won't need one. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay in the White House and work all operations from a central command post, which is connected to telepresence, Cisco and Microsoft's interactive three-dimensional face-to-face conversation system. So yeah, I won't be leaving the White House at all. I'll be staying there 100% of the time. David, you have weak numbers tonight. How about bringing Sarah on bit? Topper Dan? Sarah is not here. I really don't care. Like I said, I'm not here to bring in numbers. I'm here to bring in the truth. And right now, the truth says we're screwed. This Ebola could turn into a bigger nightmare than we even know. Here's somebody who's very important, Major Garrett. Let's listen in.
Yeah, we're screwed. I'm feeling foolish. Just so you know, somebody give me a big kiss.
No, I don't want your kiss.
Wow. Still going.
Oh, that's right. And then that stupid mic. Yeah, did you hear that one?
Stupid mic. Now we're screwed. Yeah, you're wearing the mic, buddy. Thanks for the link. A $25 minimum wage? What business in the world could survive on that, Pastel Lasso? No, my following isn't in any way related to that person you're referring to. I don't need more viewers. I've got enough people who are interested in real politics to not worry about just trolls playing a game. This isn't a game. This is our country. And these are the people that are telling us we're screwed. Well, that was Major Garrett opening his mic briefing session, October 3rd, 2014. Thanks for that. Here's another data feed from Ed. What just happened? Everything okay? We're not on backup power, are we? What's going on? It's $30 in France, but of course, your country is imploding. You won't be able to keep the Muslim uprising down much longer. With that kind of an attitude, your country doesn't even have a solution. I'm sorry for you, Meow TV. You may want to change locations. Uncle Lester, I think your idea of picking on little Ed, who's disabled, who has schizophrenia and hears voices sometimes when his service dog alerts him, going ruff, ruff, ruff. And he all of a sudden he starts hearing his dog bark. You can't expect him to work. What Muslim uprising? Yeah. All right. How's that working out for you, Meow TV? I mean, Christine Lagarde has gotten what, 19% of the vote? You're not going to overturn the breakdown of your country as well. All the Western nations are being taken apart using illegal immigration. That is the truth. Look at every nation from France to England to Sweden or to Norway or maybe even Spain. Look at all these countries that are now being ripped apart by illegal immigrants, and most of them are Muslim. Yeah, killing and burning is not the answer, Mr. Meow TV. You're sick. Nobody finds dining on humans edible. Okay, there's a lot of solutions. Well, that's just one of them, Meow TV, but you're not going to get more than 20% of the vote. What are you going to do to implement a broader plan to save the nation and stop alienating people? You notice how I don't alienate Muslims on my show? You'd smoke a joint with Dave. See, Unstoppable would get high. We like, hey, dude, what's going on, man? Yeah, it's pretty screwed up out there, dude. I totally agree, dude. Yeah, it's like, man, it's messed up. We could talk like that for hours. I know. You'd have a vape with me? Well, maybe you could walk into the new vaporizer room at the White House. We're still going to keep the wonderful beer brewing operation that Barack Obama, the reigning alcoholic president, has put together. The beer brewing thing is kind of funny, I think. It's like, what wild hair did he get up his butt to do this? I mean, literally taking, this is the truth, mind you, taking your taxpayer dollars to brew beer inside the White House. Yeah. And the weird part about it is he doesn't even profit from that. He doesn't even turn the money back into the country, give it back to the White House. He uses your tax dollars to continue his rampaging vacation trips. Yeah, they are taking a little while to come back. I'm going to call the company like tomorrow and get on there and say, hey, I got an important show coming up at the end of the month. I need those teeth. Send them priority mail, please. I have not seen the retired farmer in Georgia got raids for Doug's. LOL, his garden was okra. Wow. Sunstar. There's so many people around the country that are getting pursued by the DEA. The truth is the DEA costs our nation $26 billion a year. Actually, I think, it's $28 billion a year. There's all these chunks of 26 and 28 billion that the government's just spending in wasted directions, like stopping marijuana producers in this country. I mean, hello. The country's moving toward legalization. What more do we need to know? Yeah, your tax dollars to brew the beer so that he can sit there and pretend to have relations with a white man. Well, let's be clear. I make a lot of important decisions. I'll take a light beer and I'll give you 2 dark beers so you'll understand what racial integration is. You're not gay. I didn't mean to imply you were. I don't really know. I'm not tracking KY Poopy or any other household lubricants. No need to diagnose me with Tourette's. I don't have it. Billy. Okay. Billy sounds good. Okay. Billy, you cleared the voice scan unless so-and-so is using a voice modulator. Go ahead, Billy. What's your question?
Hey, discount.
See what I mean? He's using every means possible to break into the show. It's just amazing. You know, voice modulator to alter his, he actually has recorded people in his neighborhood saying, "It's me, Billy." And I think it's Billy. And then he plays it back. He probably walks up with a DAT recorder, a digital audio tape recorder, actually a digital audio recorder, and just says, "Hey, could you say, hey, it's me, Billy?" Seriously. Unbelievable, man. All right, so that is the, yeah, he's the phone hacker. And we may be getting some calls from him occasionally during our show because we have a wide open show. We get a calls from our regular calls at 707 your ATP. And hey, go ahead, you're on. Go ahead.
Hello, Dad.
Yeah, we're not going to take calls from you, man. He is an audio stalker. He's coming into our show constantly now, trying to get in. He doesn't understand why he was kicked out after making horrible statements about our show, denigrating me and demoralizing Sarah, or denigrating Sarah and demoralizing me, one or the other. Oh, this is a high resolution feed of Tom Frieden. You know, I really like that background. Let me play it for you. Tom Frieden is the guy who says everything's just fine at the CDC. Here we go. He's the guy that says, "Remain calm. Everything's going to be just fine, everybody. Nothing to worry about." He did say that everyone should be vigilant, though. Absolutely vigilant. Let's play.
We'll leave this discussion at this point. You can see it in its entirety on our website, cspan.org.
What?
Good afternoon to everyone for public health measures. And that's what's going on right now in Dallas as we fight against Ebola. And so again, thank you, Dr. Green, and thank you everyone for being part of this conference today. Thank you, and we'll now take questions starting in the week.
Sabrina Tavernese, New York Times. What explains the essentially does the efforts that have been started in the various countries explain the differences in cases in the districts that you were mentioning? And what explains the sort of reduction in that very area that had been that very hot area that now is not?
There are big differences in different areas, and some of those are because of the nature of the spread of disease in those areas. So urban areas may have many more contacts per patient, but some of them are disease control activities. Those include contact tracing. For example, in Conakry, the capital of Guinea, they've done such a good job with contact tracing that until recently at least, and we'll see if that holds, virtually nearly every one of the cases that arise has arisen in a contact who is being monitored.
Okay, so that's good news. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because you insulted people and you are going to be paid back with never being allowed in. That's why. He's now going through the 7 stages of grief. He's in denial. Now he's like trying to bargain. "Hey, Dave, why are you being this way?" Yeah, buddy. Yeah, you crapped all over our show long enough. We don't need to have you in the show. He's in the 7 stages of grief. He went through denial. Now he's trying to bargain. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're screwed. Major Garrett said that. What's the chat say? You think this guy from the CDC is lying? He seems really credible. You know? Let's listen in to Tom Frieden.
That allows them to rapidly stop transmission. We've seen some changes in caregiving and burial practices. People learn about Ebola, they learn the risks, and they change their behavior.
They learn about Ebola, they learn the risks, and they change their behavior. See, that's the good thing about bringing Ebola into our country. People get a chance to really learn how to deal with it. You know, if we never had Ebola in our country, we wouldn't know how to deal with it, right? I mean, it's a hello. This is the same guy, mind you, that is saying that we should not limit traffic, air traffic from Africa. He says it would be a big mistake. Everyone loves you. Okay, well, let's get back to the beer drinking at the White House. What do you say? The truth is, this is a daily life with Barack Obama. I'll play that in the background so you can just look at it. This is what your tax dollar is going toward. David, why do you always let Rod back and eventually he knows it? Nope, I don't. 386. You know, they're strike 5 and you're out big time. You know, please, let's keep the racism down, Meow TV. I know it's coming out of your pores. It's exuding from your body parts. I'm not confident in Spain preventing an outbreak with that nurse that's affected. That's the problem. I'm seeing a lot of leniency by the CDC in allowing Ebola to enter our country and think that they've got it totally managed. You will let him back in, David. No, I won't, Busy. I mean, there's some things that have stopped, and that one of them is that person in this show. He's riding our coattails. He's trying to denigrate our room. Somebody's paying him. I'm convinced that somebody's paying him to do this. Nobody would be this freaked out about one room as he is if somebody wasn't paying him. Ebola patient's pet dog to be euthanized as a precaution. Thanks, Ed. That's pretty relevant and irrelevant at the same time. I know. Oh, no more doggy. Yeah. The protection suits don't stop Ebola. Bobcat Bob, do you have any information about Tyvek suits and hazmat suits being not able to stop the Ebola?
The first case of Ebola spreading outside of West Africa. A nursing assistant in Spain testing positive for the disease, and 3 more people quarantined, while several dozen others are being monitored. Right now, the international hotspot, Spain. Hello, everyone. I'm Michelle Grant. Of course, the hospital worker contracted the disease after coming into contact with a priest who became infected in Sierra Leone during a mission there. BBC's Emily
That's cool.
Buchanan has the latest on the Ebola outbreak.
Okay, let's bring in this screen. The latest on the Ebola outbreak.
Has survived Ebola, but both her parents died, and she's now going to an orphanage. Sierra Leone's president presented her and other former Ebola patients with a health certificate. They can now return to their communities. Small comfort for so many who've lost loved ones. With the number of cases rising every day, the president's appeals for international help are ever more urgent. He said, "We need more treatment centres, at least 1,000 in the whole country. We need partners as fast as possible. They shouldn't wait another day. They should come tomorrow."
All right, I'm just going to throw this out there. Does anybody have any old trailers they'd like to donate to the cause of treatment centers? Maybe you've got a junker in the backyard you'd like to hook up. I mean, this is the kind of thing I would do. I would say, okay, we got a lot of old trailers people could donate. Yeah, what about that? You guys have an old RV? No, like an old RV in the back of your yard, something. Well, how many of you have an old RV you're willing to give up because it's been sitting around since the 1970s? Because I can think of sending them trailers. This is disgusting. I can't watch any more of that. David, where are you in the lineup without him? I know, guest 132, I know. I'm willing to take a big hit in terms of viewership. If it means bringing integrity back into our show. I can't tell you how many people I've lost in the show because they don't like the banter, the mindless banter going on between myself and that person. You have an old mother you can donate? Okay, good. I don't want your old mother. I'm talking about any old trailers that you could donate to maybe the relief fund. We could put them on a junket out to Sierra Leone. I don't care if I lose feature. That's the point, 345. I'm not here for personal vanity or gain. Yeah, good evening, Kentucky man. I want good people to come back. I want this nation. I want this political movement to be prideful of what we're all about. We don't need the trolls and the hackers and the people that just, stalk our show. Audio hackers, if you will, trying to diminish what we're doing, minimize and demoralize. That seems to be the going trend among those people. And, you know, we're not one of those people. We want to elevate the American people to a higher way of thinking, a kind of an awareness, a unity of awareness. Yeah, see, Bad Kitty wants to make signs and place them everywhere. I've motivated a lot of people here. And Unstoppable doesn't even know who that person is. You can protest the Rodney thing all you want, but bottom line is, here's a guy who won't cam up. I'm making new signs right now, I guess 782, yeah. I'm waiting before the final crunch when they get the ballots sent in the mail. And most people fill out ballots now when they you know, they don't go to voting booths by and large in our state. I will not live in the FEMA camps, and I don't think you should either. There's no reason to transport people with disease. Why would we transport people with a contagious disease? Logically, think of it. Why would we want to transport anyone with a contagious disease? Rodney's never cammed up. You know, I've asked him to cam up, and he won't even cam up. Well, if Rodney really wants to show himself and be honest and who he is and cam up, there is a possibility we could include him in the show. There is. And he's going to have a lot of opportunities to do that when I open up the JustCast show tonight. We are broadcasting on JustCast, by the way, but I'm not in the chat room as we speak. Yeah, so there is a possibility. So you guys who say free Rodney, get him to cam up, okay? And once he cams up, then I'm sure he could be integrated into our show. You know, Carl has integrated into our show. You know Carl. Hey, it's me, Awesome Carl. That guy is courageous enough to cam up. So yes, cam up, Rodney. Cam up. Let's redirect the PR here toward him and get him to cam up, because yes, I will let him in the show if he cams up. It's not about apologies. It's about camming up, 782. I know that Rodney's got something up his sleeve. He doesn't really, you know, want to play openly. He's got some surreptitious ulterior motive. Kind of like the New World Order takeover, you know. You'll cam up, Dave? I know you'll cam up 947, but I need Rodney to cam up, not you. Well, we would love to have a guy who openly wants to communicate and show his face on screen. You know, a lot of people are thinking that he's not that good looking. That's the only reason why somebody would not cam up. If Dave Rod does voiceover, I do voiceover. I'm not a crackhead. I've never smoked crack or snorted coke. David, you get the tweet I sent last week? Candy Rain, I didn't get it. I'll have to check it again. I'm sorry. I have lots of pride, outcast loser, yeah. No, I just don't think Rodney's a very good-looking guy. I think he's probably, if I were a profiler, which I'm not, but I'm capable of profiling anybody with my intellect. I would say there's something wrong with his face, or he's not good-looking enough in his mind. His story is that he doesn't want anyone at his job to know that he does this. I think that's the weakest excuse anybody could have. And I agree, Rodney has ruined a lot of our show. The substantive part is always trivialized by him. Whenever we talk about important issues, he always digresses to hating Muslims. I don't hate Muslims for being Muslim. I don't have hatred toward anyone who wants to exercise their freedom of religion. I dislike jihadists, extremists. I certainly don't want them coming into our country or joining any secret society. No, it's not about camming up with Sarah. It's about, no, tricep bra. I'm afraid that's not true. He's subpar. He has about 115 IQ, kind of like Barack Obama. I'm not racist. No, I'm a satirist. That's kind of like a racist, but it's not. It's a satirist. You need to look it up. I do satire. Yeah, I have no anger toward any race, creed, or color. I don't know if he did the Slim Jim commercial. Somebody was asking that, Busy. Please don't talk to Candy Rain in a demoralizing way. Try to treat her with utmost respect. Now you're talking, tricep bra. Thank you. I am not black. I am African American. I try to explain that to you. Clearly, I have white skin or pinkish skin. Yeah, but Well, you were all African Americans. Genetics proves that we all have descended from Madagascar. Ask any anthropologist who's done genetic trace evidence. I have experienced racism. Boy, have I. I've been called Whitey, Cracker, Wonder Bread, Mayo Boy. I mean, I've been called some serious names, and I've never said a racial slur in my life. Pinkish skin, yeah, well, whatever you want to call it. It's not white, because I'm offended by the word white. I'm Caucasian, with an emphasis on cock. This is Rodney. Okay, there we go. That can't be Rodney. But anyway, you guys of the Free Rodney movement, get him to cam up. The cam up Rodney movement is born today on Truth Tuesday. Okay, so that was the end of that. David, you think ISIS is fake? You're a damn retard. Well, how can you possibly think it's real? Have you seen any of the bodies, the journalists? Not one of them has been studied under autopsy. Not one. And there's no blood evidence in any of the videos. And they all look like they've been done by the same production team. Fakeproductions.cia, you know? It's true. It's true. It's all true. Well, hello, Sarah. Well, hello, Sarah. Well, hello, Sarah. It's so nice to have you in our wonderful show. You know, Sarah's not going to come in right now because she's, no, it's time to relax and just get comfy. I don't want you to be pressured. I'm going to go, you know, take an aspirin or something just to deal with the threats and stuff. No, I'm fine.
You need a break?
No, I'm good.
How about
I'm good.
20 minutes?
20 minutes, fine. I've noticed that I have to talk in the lower register. Oh, thank you very much, Candy Rain. I have to talk in lower registers, otherwise people accuse me of being gay. Seriously. If I don't talk down here in these registers, people start thinking I'm some sort of a you know what I'm saying. David, you like attention? No. Introducing the Go Sun stove. This is kind of cool. 24 days till Blackface 2. You said it. I didn't. I try to avoid using bad words on the show because people are going to use it against me eventually. It is wrong to call people names like, sorry, I can't even say it. But it's just wrong because especially if they're not gay. So I've got to keep talking like this in order to, you know, pretend like, you know, I'm a manly man. That's what I'm getting from Mr. You know who I'm talking about, the guy who calls in. That whole, a discount, get a job. That whole thing is what is called overcompensation. Overcompensation occurs when somebody is obviously a little bit concerned about their sexuality. Yeah. Well, my guests are here, Bad Kitty. Just deal with it. Anyone overcompensating for something, it's kind of like somebody protesting too much about something. It's like saying, I'm not gay. Well, immediately you think they are. You know, the truth reveals itself by the overcompensation. Or have you ever heard the expression, me lady doth protest too much? It's an old English expression. And it really shows that if somebody's like crying wolf or crying foul all the time, there's something wrong with that person. Yeah, it's a truism. Something that reveals the truth constantly in everything it does. Well, if he's hacking the site, it's out of my control. Get Rodney to cam up. Start cam up, Rodney. Please. Cam up, Rodney. Cam up, Rodney. Cam up, Rodney. It sounds kind of like it's kind of like an Asian expression or something. I think Dave should stop the guest chat or let Rod back in. Either way to solve the damn situation. DT Laura. Okay. I like the guests to communicate, but you're right. It's getting a little bit ridiculous. But Shrek's saying, come up, Rodney. Yeah, I think that's a better thing. Well, let's be clear. We'll play that video in a second, Candy. Well, that's annoying. Yeah. Let's go on with the show. Thank you. Let's forget about that and move on. Let's talk about introducing the Go Sun stove. Ooh, that's cool. That's silver coated.
Hello, I'm Patrick with Blind Sunshine. and I've been working with the solar energy industry and trying to
Whoa, did you see this? Check it out.
sunshine. And I've been
Wow, this is a great face. I bet I could do his face. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, whatever, don't stop judging people. Judge not for that ye be judged. Let's just listen to him. He has important things to say. Could you just act with a little bit more civility? Thank you. Give the guy a break.
working with the solar energy industry and trying to get it to power our lives for the past 12 years.
Cool.
I pulled a solar collector off of a rooftop at a home here, and I brought the solar collector down to my backyard and started tinkering, kind of a do-it-yourself. And before long, I'd gone up to the refrigerator, pulled out some hot dogs, fired them inside the tube, and next thing you know, I've got lunch.
Whoa, the solar cooker ultimate. Check it out.
Wow, this is unbelievable potential. This technology has got real capability here to cook food and serve meat.
Cool. It's the ultimate hot dog cooker on the go.
The Ghost Sun is ready for action.
Oh, that's so cool. The Ghost Sun stove, I love it. It's a do-it-yourselfer. Yeah,
The Ghost Sun stove can fry,
Cool.
bake, and boil wherever and whenever the sun is shining.
I'd like to fry, bake, and boil. That's an excellent idea. So you can fry, bake, and boil in this thing. This is cool. You know, I love the idea. In fact, I was just looking into getting some of this silver-coated aluminum that's out there. It's amazing stuff. It looks like a rocket launcher, but you can get silver-coated aluminum and make your own sun cooker. Yeah, you can direct it in. There's a website. If you Google it, the word fun panel, you can open up Fun Panel's Solar Cooking, which teaches you how to actually construct one of these yourself. So just Google Fun Panel and you can create it. This is the future, folks. And it's the truth. We have to start thinking of ways of cutting back on fossil fuel in areas like this. You can make your own fan like this. That right there could be made out of aluminum foil and cardboard. Seriously. You can do this yourself, Bobcat Bob. David, you can make a fortune selling this to people to make chemical trailer detectors? Oh, very good. Yeah, but I don't really care to make some cheap Chinese strike off and mass produce it and sell it at Walmart or at the dollar store. You cook anything. I've cooked in one. We've got one of these in our house. And I've made steamed rice. I've made baked potato. I've cooked chicken dinner. Well, you got to cup chicken, so cook a little better. But this is a black pot. It soaks in all the heat, conducts and convex heat, and then creates a tremendous, I mean, you get 250 degrees in there on a hot day. Fun Panel is featured on Technology Tuesday. That's right. Except this is not Technology Tuesday. This is Truth Tuesday. And I appreciate the whole thing, but we need to get out of that modality and get back into the news. So we go now to the news, in which we'll profile some of the top stories. Thank you so much for coming in. As you know, this show is only getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And soon it will take over the entire screen. And I'll have new teeth so that you won't see these weird teeth I have here. Sorry. But yeah, I'm hoping to get more into the show and more into interactive video and music too. I'm actually thinking of bringing music into the show. I know it's a wild and crazy kind of guy, but the idea is real. I mean, we have to get a backbeat going, and we absolutely need to start doing a little bit of rap just to keep people happening, you know, a little rap, like a dance music. I'd like to turn the whole show actually into a, best way to describe it would be kind of a, come to me, man, like a beatnik session, you know, what's going on, man? Yeah. Talking to the news and talk, well, let's be clear. Turkish in action on ISIS advance displays the U.S. Kurds in Sirak, Turkey, and on Tuesday watching the fighting across the border in Kobani, Syria. There have been 18 airstrikes there. Okay, the airstrikes are working. Well, let's be clear. They're working so well in Iraq, we're just going to go ahead and commit airstrikes all around the world. Moving on, over 300 troops still fighting the Ebola epidemic. Oh yeah, what happened to the other 4,000? A total of 4,000 that are authorized to go in to help combat the epidemic. That's kind of scary, isn't it? Crazy, isn't it? What do you have to say about this? Why don't we eliminate flights from Africa? What's the deal? Okay, I'll unban all. Okay, I will do that. It's completely unbanal. Please, I don't answer questions about kitty cats that are from Asia. Well, let's be clear. The airstrikes are working. That's why ISIS just invaded a whole region. Yeah, TV, why are you so stuck on this idea that ISIS is real? Can you possibly enter into your mind that it might be part of a propaganda ploy? I mean, think about it. They don't have any validation of any of these beheadings. No third-party validation whatsoever. Yeah, let's take out Ebola. Yeah. I need to get some more music here. All right, let's do it, baby. Well, let's be clear. Nigeria shows that Ebola is not unstoppable. Now, this is a good thing. Let's be clear. Ebola is not unstoppable, everybody. Okay, so they stopped it as in what? Over the past 5 days? I mean, seriously. With a coordinated response, the virus can be vanquished. Right? Oh, like I'm going to believe this guy. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Yeah, I'm going to believe what he says. When the Liberian-American Patrick Sawyer arrived at Lagos Airport on July 20, he immediately collapsed, rushed to the hospital. He was diagnosed with Ebola and died within 5 days. There would be 7 more fatalities in Nigeria following his arrival, yet it could have been far worse. Okay, does that mean it's over in Nigeria? I don't think so. You can stop your backbeat, buddy. Thanks. All right, moving on. When is Sarah coming on? She's coming on soon, bad kitty. Not so soon, but soon, you know. Maybe you sound like people that don't believe that Hitler killed millions of Jews. Rub a duck? No. I've seen photos of millions of people being killed by Hitler. Have you seen photos of the bodies after they've been beheaded? And have you seen a professional autopsy done on the beheadings? No, you haven't, have you? Are you just sitting there mindlessly believing everything they tell you on the news? Are you just standing believing stories about Ebola entering the country? Are you of the belief that maybe your money's worth something? Okay, well, maybe you're one of those people that part of the confidence scheme that's going on here. So yeah, we don't want to shake the ground you walk on. Oh yes, ISIS is a real threat. We need to start wars around the world. Oh sure, that's really the mission of America. Seriously. Have you seen the autopsy conducted on the 6 million Jewish corpses? I actually have. I have the autopsy right here. Yeah. We have all the necessary proof. It was a horrible, horrible thing that happened. Need I go there? I mean, you seriously want me to bring you the worst possible things that have happened in the world? In history? I don't want to go there. I don't want to show you the bodies of people that were piled in dumpsters. No, I don't. I don't want to go there because it sounds to me like it's more like this. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It seems like that's what's possessing the entire world right now. Satan. Yeah, and I'm going to take this thing that looks like a limp penis and remove it from this show. I don't like it. I don't like the whole story about them thinking that they can stop this deadly virus. Back to a normal Truth Tuesday. Thank you. I'm not a Satanist. I believe in God, and I have a personal relationship with the Lord. You can go and bring back Rodney? What? Could you guys just give up the whole thing? Yeah, thanks. Just drop it and get him to cam up, or never, ever will he ever have a chance to do anything. Yeah, I've heard about Scott Walker. Yeah, Gap, but he pissed off a lot of people in Wisconsin. Remained governor. Possibly could sweep the country if he, gets some momentum among hardcore Republican conservatives. but that leaves him with only 36% of the vote. If I can grab some of those Republicans who want to legalize pot, I can pull 5% off of that 36%, leaving the Republicans with about a 30% edge in the upcoming election. You see, the numbers are there. The truth is 58% of our country supports legalization. Seriously, 58% support legalization. That's the truth. But do you think the Democratic or Republican Party wants to get behind legalization? Barack Obama has actually gone on record saying he smoked marijuana most of his adult life. That means he's been smoking it in the White House. Yeah, many of you are hitting the bong right now. But the truth is 58% of the country support legalization. There you go. Your free Rodney things fill a space. It's kind of nice to see you're posting and, you know, going out there on a limb. I cannot give anybody a venue if all they talk about is the same thing over and over again. Okay, we'll do our Mr. Rogers remix right now just to kind of change the modality of the show. I mean, it's just like it's falling into a gap. I've got two choices. I could play Mr. Rogers or Mammy by Al Jolson. Which do you prefer? Mammy or Mr. Rogers? Both? Mr. Rogers? Okay. Mammy, gotta love you, Mammy. Ticking time. How you doing? Candy Rain, please stop guests that you're not contributing. Okay. Guest off. The Clapper. Guests, if you want to come in and be a little nicer next time around, good luck. Thank you, Bad Kitty. I'm playing. All right. Hey, neighbor.
Welcome again to this neighborhood. I'd like to show you something. You know what this is? Or maybe if I press this button. This is a cassette player with a little cassette in here, and there's nothing written on it, so we'll just have to play it to see what it is. Do you ever imagine things? Are they scary things? Are they scary things? Do you ever imagine things? Things you'd like to have? Did you ever see a cat's eyes in the dark and wonder what they were? Did you ever pretend about things like that before? Did you ever grow anything in the garden of your mind? You could grow ideas in the garden of your mind. It's good to be curious about many things. You can think about things and make believe. All you have to do is think and they'll grow.
All right.
Imagine every person that you see is someone different from every other person in the world. Some can do something.
Some have Ebola. Some are infectious. You know, we can go there. You know, I didn't really want to turn the show into a kind of a lightweight thing because we really have to get some progress here. We're not making any progress talking about, you know, fertilizer for the garden of our mind, Orpelbite. Well, okay, yeah, I believe it. Here comes the threats from the other group. You see, they couldn't believe last week that we did that, but we had to. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do a show anymore with people calling up and going, you know, derogatory things coming at me. It's just not going to be able to happen. I want to take calls, but I've got a coordinated plan to basically turn our show into a joke, and that's not what we ever planned on doing. I wouldn't have done 60 years of broadcasting to be turned into some sort of a facade or a joke for all of you to, you know, make fun of. This entire thing is about building a political movement to stop the two parties in their tracks, to virtually stop dangerous Ebola from happening. It's designed to create logical solutions to America's problems, not turn our show into some place to just vomit all over us. Okay. Freshman on several team lead in fear official. Okay. Brazil's president round 2. IMF projects India's GDP to pick up in 2050. Okay, that's nice. Walmart raises healthcare costs and cuts benefits for some part-timers. Walmart, yeah, cutting benefits for part-timers and raising healthcare costs. Yeah. Well, you know, that's the problem. The truth is healthcare has really exploded. Oh, come on, lurking darkness. Stick to the political show, dude. It's time for the trolls to move on. Yeah, Candy Rain, thanks for coming in here and showing support. Tricepra, trivialize your whole life and forget about the future, because if you continue crapping all over our show, I don't really have a problem with not having a lot of viewers. I have a problem with being taken as a joke. And a lot of people who want to find a credible show about a political movement have somebody coming in and talking about gayness and their pee-pee, and it just becomes completely ridiculous. I had a person last week, this is no lie, this is the truth. He came in and said, David, I'm not a joke. David, is somebody paying you to kind of take away viewers from, or people's interest from a third party? He actually said that. He accused me of being some sort of a shill to prevent a third party from growing in America. Can you imagine how horrible that is for a guy who literally has given his entire life totally to this goal, this plan to create a third party, to be told that I'm some sort of a shill being bought off because the show is a joke? And it's never been a joke. I love this show and I love doing it. There's no way I'm going to stand there and allow somebody to crap all over the show without him facing the consequences. Okay, I'll play this video. This is Sandusky police overstepping their bounds.
Just got pulled over by
this is the truth.
Sandusky Police Department for absolutely no reason. They're checking to see if my girl's license is valid. And we all know that it's valid. It doesn't take this long to check on it. They've called another officer here with a K9, and they don't have a right to search my car. They don't have probable cause. So I'm about to let their ass have it. So I'm recording all of this.
What?
You all right?
I wonder why they are.
What are we here for? Mr. Newell? I'm not Mr. Newell. I'm not Mr. Newell. What's your name, sir? Alpha Sedeni. I've done nothing wrong. You got no probable cause. No, I'm not coming outside the car. I'm scared for my life. I'm not. I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't broken the law. I haven't done anything. I don't have to get out the car. I don't have to tell you who I am. I haven't done anything.
It's a lawful stop.
Okay.
Understand that.
All right.
It's a lawful stop.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we'll get to this in just a second, everybody. We've got the wonderful Sarah Hart in the show behind me. Let me just shrink this down so we can get rid of it. We go. We'll get back to you. Okay, everybody, we temporarily interrupted that part of the show to bring you Sarah Hart. Come on in, Sarah.
Okay, it's on?
The audio's on, yeah.
Okay.
The sound was of somebody else.
Check, maybe the sound is back.
Sound is back.
Hello. Hi, Uncle Lester. Hi, No. Hi, everybody. Amish Man. Thank you, all of you wonderful people. Sunstar.
Yeah.
Sulan.
So tonight we've had a couple of issues pop up. Nigeria said that
511.
They've got this thing coordinated. The Ebola threat in Nigeria has been stemmed. They've got it under control. Speed is vital. And they've been acting in accordance with certain protocols, and it's stopping the Ebola in Nigeria. But that's not to say it's in control in Sierra Leone or anywhere else that it's heavily striking. So we are very concerned about the ongoing development. And then Candy brought us in this solar cooker, introducing the Go Sun Stove. And people cook hot dogs and dinners on this. See it? Isn't that cool?
That's cool.
And then I showed them how they can make their own at Fun Panel.
Good.
So they can look up the Fun Panel. You look beautiful. Thank you. I'm glad. I've always worked on looking beautiful, top or down. But you know, if you really like the way I look, why don't you send me a love letter? Thanks. I could handle that. Yeah. Cued back up.
I am wearing kind of cool pants tonight, I must say, Big Zed. They're kind of cool.
Yeah.
They're skinny jeans and they're got a cute design, so very good.
One of the things that we've discussed is this ban I have against you-know-who, and they apparently are very upset that he hasn't been able to come in the show, and Topper Dan suggested I get radio show call-in to Rents. Okay. That's about all that we've accomplished. And I asked if this guy does cam up, we will consider letting him in the show. And we're going to get a JustCast going in a little bit for all of you to come in the show and talk, you know, because that's part of our show. It's Truth Tuesday. But 58% support legalization. That's why I support it. That's why I want our country to move forward with a legalization plan. And that's why, one of the main reasons why we need a third party, believe it or not. The support of legalization is huge.
Okay, so you want me to, you already started a Google Hangout?
I had to cut guest chat too. I've got the Google Hangout going right now, and we'll open that up. I'll show you what that's doing. Here it is, right there. See?
Yep.
Oh, but
no, that's right.
That's right. That's correct. Okay. And we are also trying to get to our JustCast show. Now, Naomi Wolf has gone public with this article. This is what the whole show started with, actually. Naomi Wolf has gone public saying that the media distorts her statements about ISIL.
And what did she ask about ISIL?
Well, she believes that the beheadings are not quite what we think here. Now, she's a famous person in news. Journalist and author Naomi Wolf insisted in a letter to the news media Monday that she does not believe videos of Islamic State militants beheading American and British hostages were staged.
She does not believe they were staged.
She doesn't believe they were staged. She says, I'm not asserting that the ISIS videos have been staged. Okay, she wrote in a Facebook thing, no one can yet know anything for sure about the ISIS videos as they have simply not been independently analyzed according to the news outlets which we have contacted for more information about the verification process. Now, here is a good journalist, Naomi Wolf, doing a good job, Sarah, saying, where is the verification? What I've been saying from the very beginning. I like Jeff's work. Yes, DJ McMillan. I've seen a lot of the rents.com stuff, and he's a good guy. He's working hard to try to reveal the truth. But journalists like her are asking the hard questions. Where is the verification of the beheadings? So I think that's awesome. And thanks, guys, for bringing that to my attention, that she was the one standing out. Okay. All right. I'm going to pass the torch over to the room here. Hydroglow says, I don't think it was staged. I think the CIA helped them gain power and are secretly supporting ISIS. But you still think people are being beheaded. Okay. Whoops, I got rid of our face. Thanks. I'll keep that up just in case you want.
I thought you did that like on purpose or something. I wasn't sure.
Her last name is, she's not related to Wolf Blitzer, is she?
What would she want in the way of verification?
Well, like I said, autopsy of the bodies, a third-party verification of some sort of exact views, close-up views of the videos to find out where the hack marks are, seeing if there's anything fake. I mean, there's got to be some scrutiny here. Americans have been just falling into the line, kind of like mindless zombies going, yes, media, whatever you say, media, we believe you, media. Live leak, my dogs don't cry. Cops illegally search and detain a family. Is this the Sandusky link?
We've just gotten pulled over by.
Is that the one that you were just
playing?
Yeah, that's the Sandusky link. We'll be playing that in a little bit, my dogs. Yeah, we'll be getting that in a second. My mindset, I'm not too funny, yeah. I'm not funny at all. That wasn't even supposed to be funny, but you love my mindset. Good. Sarah, what is your segment tonight going to be for Teen Tuesdays? Well, we're trying to eliminate the frivolousness of our show. So Sarah is here to bring us some groundedness, some foundation.
I'm here to love everyone.
We'll allow you into the room to chat, Rodney, but your call-in privileges have been taken away from you until you cam up. Thank you. Maybe people will enjoy your chat comments.
Start JustCast, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I want you to start JustCast. So
okay.
I'll let you do that.
First, I'm going to stream on JustCast.
Oh, okay. We are streaming on JustCast.
Oh, we are streaming on JustCast. So now I will start it up.
All we're saying is give peace a chance. Thanks, John Lennon.
Is Russia Today reliable? I tend to think it's a pretty reliable source.
Some of the journalism may or may not be credible. They had those people that were working at Russia Today defect when Russia started their attack on Crimea, their takeover of Crimea, I should say, because it wasn't really an attack. Transgender Tuesday, huh? Is that your new name for it? That's so funny. You know, we have a lot of people obsessed with sex, and I don't think it's adding a lot of credence to our political show. We do talk about it occasionally, but really, if you want to talk about politics, I'm going to get serious with all of you. We, as a nation, are in a very vulnerable position. We've got a country that doesn't seem to understand that we need to get opportunity to young people who are graduating. Some of them with a lot of potential are not being given scholarships. We've got a lot of mistakes going on in the government. More focus is on building bulletproof glass in government buildings than going and helping people in tough situations in cities like Detroit and Cincinnati. More efforts are being put into preparing for Armageddon by our government, like 1.6 billion bullets purchased by the Department of Homeland Security. That's the truth. Than to focus on helping the people in America resolve some of their conflicts. You see, our country doesn't seem to be run by good people. Our government seems to be run by the worst possible people, and that is called a kakistocracy. But we've also got a corporatocracy, dominating things from behind the scenes, forcing politics to be whatever they want it to be, not what we Americans want it to be. That alone makes me think that there's something very, very wrong with our nation. Okay, I'm going to go in here, bring the chat, pass the torch.
You're going to take a break?
Yeah, I'm going to take a quick break, but I want to get rid of this garbage because he's not a legitimate candidate. Thank you.
There.
All right, what a yawn fest. Even Sarah can't stand it. Ronnie, you know, yeah, he's come into our room. I'm telling you, the guy is literally not going away. And what's really sad is we've got all of these venues for people to come in and call and talk and share. And he's turned this show into his little toilet bowl. And I don't want him in the show for that reason.
This is a wonderful show.
We have a great show. But we have all these people who are constantly just not accepting the reality that this guy is not adding anything to our political movement, period.
Okay.
Nothing.
So with that, David's going to take a break.
Yeah, it's a bowel movement.
I have no idea what that is going on. Something going on my other computer. All right. I am over at justcast.org. So I'll give you guys a link and you can come up with me. Ooh. Make sure you are wearing, you know, a nice shirt or something when you cam up with me. So there's a link for you all. You saw his name a minute ago. Oh no. I am glowing tonight. Thank you very much. I was asked to always have a good night on here. So from now on, I will have a good night as much as I possibly can. If I can't have a good night, it's probably because I'm asleep. What's young? What? Demon? What, Dave? What? You're barely positive 90% of everyone here is a troll? What gives you that idea, Candy Rain? Could it possibly be you've been on the internet too long? Not too long, but long enough to know that everyone's a troll. It's kind of sad, but true. All right. Welcome, DJ Mac. Do I still love you? Yes. Do you still love me? I'm working on it, Dave. I'm going to be getting braces pretty soon. So calm down. It'll be okay. Oh, thank you. You don't even troll. I try not to troll. I just try to be happy. My name is Sarah. Your name is your name Dave? Or are you saying something about my David? Oh, thank you for going and getting a shirt on. Yes. All right. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're going to go get a shirt on? Good. Thank you very much. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about how you are. I was going to just look at the news. I was going to go up to the main news. Turkish inaction on ISIS advance dismays the U.S. These people actually get to vote? Well, if they have an address and they're a U.S. citizen, yes, they do. Alien invasion. If you are not a U.S. citizen, I'm not sure you get to vote. It depends on your state, but all right. Kurds in Syriac Turkey are watching the fighting across the border in Syria. There have been 18 airstrikes there. And there's an opinion the U.S. air campaign against the Islamic State isn't achieving its aims.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, thank you so much. You look way better. Pardon? What did you say? No, I don't think David's looking up your IP address. I'm sure you're looking at mine, but okay, I'm gonna. Do you think he's a Tea Party member? On your planet, you can only vote for your intelligence. Is sort of instead of for your intelligence, if your intelligence is certified above a certain level. I wonder if you would pass your own intelligence test. Oh, English is your 6th language? Okay. All right. What, DJ? I'm not sure what you're saying. All right. I want to look at this. Home Dead, yes. So many people enjoy this show. What? Oh, there's a mad dog with a AUG. I'll just remove him from the room. How about that? Will that work? Stop pretending to be Mad Dog. Oh, I muted him. I should purge him. Ban him? Ban. I know that McDonald's in Australia starts their employees at $24.50 US per hour. How much is a Big Mac there? Hydroglobe. You may think whatever you wish, alien invasion. As fighters with the Islamic State bore down Tuesday on Syria town of Kobani on the Turkish border, President Obama's plan to fight the militant group without being drawn deeper into the Syrian civil war was coming under acute strain. I know, we're all good people. Yes, he's important too. That's the thing, Mr. Little D. David. You're not like, you need to start building people up. Be positive. Be good. It's all good. No, I have thought, I will tell you this much, but it's like getting too cold, so I better do it like this weekend, but I don't have any time this weekend. I have thought that I should definitely do like go out and buy a whole bunch of swimsuits and take pictures of myself in swimsuits and get it ready for a swimsuit calendar, but never actually release it until I die. Or I leave the profession of education. So, yeah, it's more like I already have myself in dresses. Fence. Turkey's president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, I don't know if I'm saying that right, he said that the town was about to fall, and Kurdish fighters warned of an impending bloodbath if they were not reinforced. Yeah, what happened? Very suddenly it stopped working.
Just gas.
Everything.
What about XSplit? Okay, I'm gonna go on here.
I'm getting it. I'm just
Yeah,
trying
but
to close
XSplit closes.
everything.
XSplit's still up.
XSplit's up, but it won't. But it's locked up.
Okay. He's hosting this. That was Stream Up Live is not responding at the bottom. That's the one you can drop out of there. And then once that shuts, then hit starter up. Oh yeah, he's really pissed that he can't come in our show anymore. And he's got all his minions of freaks out there that are harassing us, telling us we're going down. And I said, I don't care.
We
if I
should
lose
be
friends.
on whatchamacallit though, right?
We're on a hangout.
Hangout?
Theoretically, yeah.
Theoretically? Let's check.
Yeah. Theoretically, we're broadcasting. But no, I cannot have our show trivialized like that. We worked too hard to do this show, to not allow that. Thanks, Google Hangout people, for coming in. We'll be right up and running in just a second. We were DDoSed.
After these messages, we'll be right back. No, I'm just kidding.
It was a typical DDoS, distributed denial of service attack on our show.
Microsoft C++ runtime error.
Mm-hmm. That's the telltale sign of the DDoS attack, whenever it does that. So how was your day today?
Fantastic. How was your day?
Good. Good. Got a lot of stuff done and care of things.
So that's right, the right size and all?
Yeah, that's the right size. Position has to be a little to the left so that the buttons are along that line right over there. Or they're right there.
Okay. That's so odd.
Right there, okay. It's in full resolution, that's why.
But you could still put the whole thing on that thing, couldn't you?
I could, but then the hop hog is in a different position. So that's the only reason why I have to grab it. The Minicam grabs at that place.
Okay. All right, we've got that going on.
Then the broadcast.
And then I'm going to broadcast here.
Start the bond, okay. And then you can start Ustream, and then I'll keep this as a backup over here. Maybe I will open up.
Okay, I'm going to close out of here and open up. I don't need this, so I'll delete that. Oh no, totally the wrong thing. That's okay. I can minimize this and okay, now open up.
Hey everybody, welcome to Vaughn.
We're back.
We're back.
That was pretty easy.
That was quite a DDoS attack that we just had.
Mm-hmm.
Quite typical for our show to have DDoS attacks. It's not uncommon.
It's not unusual to get DDoS.
Yeah, exactly. I've got you singing that song now. I tend to sing that song whenever I talk. I'm going to try Stream Up over here because you're doing all these other things over there. I thought maybe we'd split the cast. Let's drop out a UV log.
You don't like uVlog?
Well, does anybody ever watch that? That's the question.
Well, I don't. That's the problem.
Okay, we're going to do JustCast, Ustream, Vaughn, and Streama. And JustCast has the option, too, of giving us multiple viewers. Oh, we got to do second DDoS.
So you want to start over there?
Yep, coming up.
Yep.
Okay, starting Vaughn.
I always should know that when that happens, I have to restart completely.